everyone. Welcome back to episode 18 of an ongoing series where we basically take the camera anywhere we want to go, including Nathan's room where he's sitting on the floor for episode 18 of Minus Cast. So we have Tetrabit Gaming, Nico BBQ, myself, and Floor Gang, Nathaniel Bandy.
Floor Gang,
you look so
represent.
small. You look so small.
I know,
small boy.
Dude, I actually, so I've been watching a lot of PewDiePie videos, and I was like, I'm getting a Floor Gang shirt. I've never bought PewDiePie merch until like 3 days ago. I can't wait to get it. Super hype.
So the question is Nathaniel just small, or is he in a big house?
Leave your comment down below. Let us know.
He's actually standing right now. He's actually standing right now.
I'm really short. Yeah.
But today we're here to talk about E3, or what's left of E3. So all of us met up at E3 over the years, 2 years in a row, I believe.
Yeah, 2 years.
This would have been year 3, but obviously E3 being canceled and it going on this week, it's kind of weird.
It was supposed to start today, actually. The day we're recording this, it was supposed to start today.
Yeah, June 9th.
Ouch.
I think actually Nintendo's Direct was planned for today, if I'm not mistaken.
Jeez.
So, it was fun. I was like checking Twitter all day because I thought, well, maybe they're going to drop like one little thing today. But as far as I'm aware, there's been nothing. Nintendo's been completely silent, which obviously there's been a lot going on in the world. So it makes sense why they've been so quiet. But yeah, it's super weird not having an E3.
F in the chat for no E3, fam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, usually May is super long for me because I'm so hyped for June. I'm like, okay, the games are coming out in June. This year it just like flew by. I'm like, I didn't even notice that today would have been E3 until like yesterday.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was
just been,
posting jokes about, hey guys, E3's this year. Because like a lot of people took pictures next to the see you next year sign for
Oh,
E3
yeah.
2020. It's like, oh, well,
Yep.
so much for that.
Yep.
It's weird though, because like this is typically the only time we get to see Kevin and Luke out of the entire year.
Yeah.
They typically fly in just for E3. We typically rent a house and then we chill and go to E3 and do all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's very weird because we're not gonna be able, and this is assuming we still don't know what's going on with E3 post this date. Like what's 2021 looking like? So it's definitely very weird not having E3 because like it's like the one time of the year we all got to play games together and just joke around in person, and it's like it's so weird not having it.
Yeah, I think I've heard a lot of people say how they think that this might be the end of E3, but I gotta be honest, and this might just be a general vibe that I'm getting. I don't know if it's coming off of everyone else, but there's still been game announcements, like every few days from like Summer Games Fest or just like random things. But I do not feel the same sense of excitement or hype really at all. And now obviously there's not that many Nintendo announcements. There's been a lot more from like Sony, Microsoft because of their new consoles. But even so, I just don't feel like a general sense of like excitement or thrill. So I think people are really going to miss that this year, and they're really going to want to, actually be able to attend an E3 or at least watch an E3 next year. So maybe I don't know. I don't think it's going to be gone necessarily.
Yeah, to be honest, I completely forgot about Summer Games Fest. I feel like stuff just gets announced. Everyone's like, cool,
it's like, okay,
right,
it just kind of
let's move along.
happened. It doesn't really feel special when it's all just like small little announcements. Like there's something so cool about getting a bunch of announcements all in a span of 3 days.
And I always like, I think I tweeted about this a while ago, but like I love the spectacle of E3. Like it's one thing just to be like, all right, this game's coming out, but like I always love the hype. I love when they have like a stage show, even though it's pretty cringe sometimes, but
yeah,
like, overall, like you said, I just like the hype around it. Like it's a lot more exciting. It's just you have something to look forward to, even if it's not the best announcement in the world. It can still be fun. Like it's not just like you don't brush it off and forget about it the next day kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like the reactions in itself, like being able to see this stuff revealed in real time and being there with your buddies. Just the hype factor was incredible. And it's just like I can't help but think of that meme that's been going around where it's like the kid is in his room. He's like, "Dad, I just won Evo," and like the dad's like, "Oh, that's nice, son."
Are you winning, son?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like we're not going to get to experience like a banjo kind of reveal because last year we all got to watch the banjo reveal all in the same room. And
From
yeah, that
one
would have been
bed.
from one bed. Yeah, I think there was like 3 of us in chairs, and everyone else was just chilling on the bed. But like you
10
can't get
dudes,
that
one
same
bed.
experience, when it's all done online. Like it's a lot more fun in person.
It's not the same thing, yeah.
But I guess.
go ahead. I was
gonna
say.
I'm shutting up.
See, that's why the online part is different.
Yeah. If I was in person, I would know Tetra
That
was trying
wouldn't
to
happen
talk.
in person.
Okay, I'm shutting up.
What I was gonna say was like, beyond the bed experience of reacting in real time, like just filming even Nathan your stuff. Like we always recorded something typically for your videos, your original videos at E3. Last year I think a lot of us, I don't know if we fondly remember, but we remember sweating to death in the green screen room. There was like this room that Nathan just completely basically painted green with cloth and all sorts of other things, and we just climbed into it, but there was no airflow and there's no air conditioning in this house. So
bad.
It was a hot box. And if you can think of like LA in peak summer weather, I mean, it was like 100 degrees in that room.
Yeah, it was bad. And I was sick on top of that. Actually, all of us was a little sick. So being in a room that hot and we're trying to record, and that same day we had already recorded for a few hours. I mean, it was a bit exhausting. But yeah, I mean, like, I've seen people ask, are you going to do any more MB originals? I've kind of taken a seat back from them. And one of the main reasons is just because this year has been really unfortunate in terms of being able to do big projects like this with other people, because I can't really see anybody. I don't know if we're even going to meet up this year. Maybe later into the year, but I don't really know yet.
Yeah, it's sorry. I started laughing because you said I can't really see anyone. I'm trying to like look at you, but you're like on the floor.
Well, you know what I mean.
yeah, I gotcha. I couldn't help but crack a giggle.
I don't see him.
I think I see.
You need a microscope.
Yeah, you do.
I think what else happened last year at E3? Let's talk about the actual convention itself. We went to that PC presentation last year. I don't know, not all of us went. It was like me, Nico,
Just a couple of us.
D-pad.
The PC gaming show, right?
Yeah.
There was also AMD as well. Did we go to we did the AMD show and get
I went to
slick
AMD.
bags?
We got like 50 of those bags.
Dude, those are like the best drawstring bags I've ever seen.
They are.
They are.
I'm so glad I took like 2 or 3 because they govern my life.
So for reference, it was like one of the amphitheaters or whatever, and I think it seats probably like 500. That'd be a fair estimate, like 500. There was only maybe 200 to 300 people in the audience. It was kind of like a random, like midday, like they didn't really announce it. There's like a small sign. It's like AMD presentation this way. Anyway, so every chair there had like an AMD drawstring bag on it. And these are like quality bags. They were like thick material. They're very cool. And we were just like in this row with no one else there. So we're just surrounded by these bags. We're like, these are really nice. Let's take a few extra to take home. So we just like stuffed, like we each had one bag and we just stuffed like 4 other bags in that one bag. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Our inventory slots were expanded that day. I think. Oh, yeah, but the PC event. I think it was me, Nico, D-pad. Who else went with us? Was it just us 3? I don't remember.
I don't really remember.
I don't think I went to that. I know I went to AMD. I think almost all of us went to the AMD thing. And then we like stayed longer for like the weird Netflix game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget what it was, and it was so boring that we ended up
that
leaving.
was so lame.
Yeah.
It was like a big they're like a special Netflix presentation. It turned out just being like a Stranger Things 3 game.
And then
That's right,
Dark Crystal. Like the
Yeah,
Dark,
the Dark
Crystal
Crystal.
RTS or something.
Oh yeah, and we're just like
I'm like, okay, whatever.
Stranger Things seems kind of cool, but this isn't like that special of an announcement. I think both games were announced by that point too, so it was kind of just like,
Yeah, they were like
all right.
showing it off, I think. But
yeah.
Okay, was the Snoop G with a double D? I did that backwards.
Oh no.
D with a double G. Was the Snoop Dogg party? Was that?
Yeah,
That was last year.
that was last
year.
year.
So sick.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
That was cool.
Have we talked about this in a
So
podcast
how many?
yet?
I don't think we
so.
have.
I think we've
No.
dabbled in parts of last year, but not like to this extent.
Yeah, this is the definitive edition podcast.
The definitive.
So yeah,
edition.
Lucid Sound through. I think it was like Sunday night of E3 last year. It was above like a car dealership.
It was Friday.
Yeah, it was
Was it
literally
Friday?
inside a car dealership.
I thought it was before the convention started. I could be wrong.
It was the day before the YouTube party. That's all I know. So whatever day, I think the YouTube party was
A Friday?
Saturday. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Either way. Well, what day is it today?
What day is it
Today's
today? I don't know.
It's like because like wouldn't it have been like midweek then? I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But they threw this party. Basically, Lucid Sound. They had like headphones or something.
Yeah.
And they had Snoop Dogg as the guest DJ. He went on around like midnight or something. But it was cool because it was like this sort of VIP party where it was above a car dealership, really nice venue, and then it had a rooftop bar area, which was incredible. That kind of looked out over the city. It was a very, very nice party. Got to meet a lot of cool people.
I just remember like we were just like walking like down, or I guess is that downtown LA? I don't know, but like we were walking in LA, and we're like trying to find this party, and we just like walked up to like a car dealership. We're like, wait a second,
This is it.
And there was like
That's
a tent.
the
We're like,
place.
okay, yeah, we're like this is the right place. We were the first people there. We're like, this is the place. We're like, yeah, are you on the list? We're like, yeah, this is us. They're like, okay, please stand in this line, whatever. And then within an hour, like we were like, I don't know how much we can talk about this, but Drew knows this one person that got us like VIP passes or whatever. So we got put into like a priority lineup, which was still a very long lineup eventually, but there was like the standby lineup, and in like an hour there was so many people lining up, and they were like just turning away people like because they weren't on the list or whatever. And we're just like, whoa, this is serious. But yeah, we just walked into this car dealership. The first floor is legitimately a car dealership. Like there's cars everywhere. We took like 2 flights of stairs to like a hidden party room, like on the third floor.
Party room's a bad word for it. I mean, like it was like, I mean, it was huge. Like it was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible, honestly.
Yeah, they had like 3 open bars. They were giving out like chicken wings and like just random food. We're like, oh, this is sick.
I forgot about the chicken wings. That was like the only food there. There was chicken wings. I think there was a couple other things you could eat, but it was mostly just like drinks.
Yeah,
That was
I think
basically
like vegetables and stuff, like mini
just like
vegetables, but
typical food you just eat like at a Super Bowl or something.
hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
It was cool because then we had. Wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there was a lot of like rooftop places because there was also that random Xbox event thing that we went to. I forgot what it even was, but we were also on a rooftop, and like when we got up there, it just looked really, really nice. There's just something really cool about being in a big city and being able to go to a roof of one of the large buildings and just see the entire thing.
And that was like a rooftop. That one was really high up. We're like I think 8 floors up or something on that one.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go up the elevator to get there. You couldn't use the stairs, so that was pretty high, I think.
Car dealership was probably 3 floors up, but it probably had like, I don't know, 15-foot ceilings. Like it was, they were very tall rooms, but the Xbox party was like, it was like in the sky.
Yeah.
I just vaguely remember the end of the Lucid Sound Snoop Dogg party because like the elevator broke down or something, and we had to like walk down through like the parkade. It was so weird.
Oh
man.
I was like a little bit inebriated at this point. I was like, "What's going on? Why can't we go down the elevator?" And I think everyone was super pretty inebriated at that point. Everyone's like so confused.
It was like one of those horror movies or like, I don't know, action films where like something happens in a building and suddenly you have to go out like the emergency exit, and like it's like very disorienting, and like you're in like a dark parking garage and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think there's some like staff, they were like waving us through, like showing us where to go or whatever. But yeah, it was weird.
YouTube
I wish I
Gaming's
was
party
there
was
for
pretty
Snoop
cool.
Dogg.
Oh yeah, you didn't go.
Well, I
forgot about
did go, but I left early because like
Yeah,
it was
we
like
left early.
yeah, you left early too. A few of us did because it was like 11:30 at night, and we had already been up. We got up really early that day, and I was exhausted. I'm like, forget it. I don't want to stay up for this. So I didn't get to see Snoop Dogg, unfortunately.
I think it me and Tetra were the only ones.
Yeah, I think it was just me and you.
Okay.
That stayed the longest. Yeah, but I think there was like 2 shifts of you guys leaving. I think the second shift, you guys were like 20 minutes away from him starting his set too.
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Yeah,
I
it was
was the
so- it was
second
so
shift
close.
from leaving because John left
Yeah.
really early. I think Naum left really early too.
Yeah. It was funny because on the roof, what was his name? Gabriel Iglesias? He was on the rooftop
Oh yeah,
too.
the
Just
comedian
chilling.
guy.
Yeah, the fluffy guy.
Yeah.
We're just like, is that him? We're like, I think so. He's just there.
Rubber Ross
yeah,
was there too. I think he was
Yeah.
just chilling on the roof. I remember
Yeah.
that.
It was just like random people. We're like, oh yeah, I know that guy.
YouTube Gaming party.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we transition to that, there was that we talked about that Xbox party. I just remember at the end, we were leaving, and they're like, "Oh, have you guys checked out like the middle floor?" We're like, "No, not yet." We go there and it's just empty. Like no one went to that middle floor. It was just like they had like an open bar and some snacks. Yeah, but there's like no one there because no one knew to go there. So we dropped down there. We're like, "This is cool. But there's no one here."
Yeah. Okay, I remember that there was an open bar, so we're like, "Cool, let's get drinks." We're like, "Oh wait, we're leaving." So we're just like trying to finish these drinks that were just.
Yeah, I got a vodka crown. I'm like, dang, I have like 5 minutes till the Uber gets here. So I just like slugged it back. I'm like, all right, let's go. I think that was right before the YouTube party, wasn't it? I think we left there to go to the YouTube party. It was also an adventure. We were like,
oh, the drive to the YouTube gaming party. We literally drove through like the worst part of LA.
Yeah,
we saw Skid Row area.
We saw this woman literally urinating on the street, and there's like tents all over the place. Like I don't know, I just felt really bad for those people because they didn't really have anywhere to live. It's like, oh my god, this makes you like really thankful for like what you have because those people don't have anything. Oh yeah, that was kind of crazy to just like witness that as we were going to this super fancy YouTube gaming party.
Yeah, we're like
we had to like watch that right before that happened,
and it wasn't even that far from that. It was like a minute away from that place. We're like,
it was
only a few minutes away. Yep.
And we pulled up. There was like these 2 or 3 like big white domes. We're like, what's going on? Like, where's the party? We're like so confused. Then we saw like a lineup. We're like, okay, this has to be the right place. So they had like security. Like you have to again be on the list or whatever. I think they had like a metal detector and stuff. So it was pretty highly secured. But it was just like in such a random area that we're just like, is this correct? Are we really here?
Yeah, it was a very, very big party, and it was at a what they call like an art park, where they use projection images. That's what those giant golf ball things were. They project on the inside. For those who haven't seen something like this, different types of. Honestly, it's like a rave. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Lots of flashing imagery, but like the inside of these giant golf balls are just blank white canvases that they can project whatever they want on them.
It was funny because like the music was oh sorry Touch, I was just gonna say like the music was just so loud in there that like almost everybody was just chilling outside.
Yep.
Because it was obnoxiously loud inside the domes.
Yeah, we got there pretty early, so there was like an opening DJ that was like probably some local up and coming DJ, but then I think they had a pretty big name eventually. I'm not really into like EDM or house music, but I'm pretty sure my friends have like mentioned that DJ's name before. I can't remember who it was. At that point I was like, I don't know. So we ended up just staying outside for the most part. But yeah, I think there was so many people. Yeah, it was DJ Shaq. That
playing his Nintendo classics.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, like, I feel like there were so many people there that I feel like 70% of them were not YouTubers. I don't know. I think that's probably a pretty fair assumption. Most of them just seem like just local, or like I guess not local celebrities, but like real celebrities, and then probably a lot of I guess industry people. But it was strange because like some of us didn't get into that party. We were like, why like this is a YouTube party? Why are like just random celebrities? But I guess like celebrities get the word out and stuff, so I see that part of it, but
Will Smith
unfortunate.
Is a real YouTuber.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the best.
I think we talked about seeing Todd Howard there. I'm pretty sure we talked about that in the podcast.
We were 10 feet away from Todd Howard. He was just right chilling.
He was sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, wasn't he kind of wasted a bit?
Probably. Okay. I'm not sure.
Be possible.
I would imagine.
I remember observing him and just getting weird vibes.
All of a sudden, you felt like purchasing Skyrim again.
Yeah, it worked. I own like 5 copies.
Oh man! And then there was like a sub party. There was like a party within the party. There it was like exclusive to like really high ups. And apparently, like I think one of you guys saw Ninja going in there, and like maybe Reggie. Was it Reggie that you guys saw, or Jeff Keighley? I can't remember. But it was like you guys were saying like only like certain people were allowed in there. Probably like 5 million plus subscriber threshold or something.
I feel like Kevin spent the entire party looking for trying to get access to that room.
Probably.
That sounds like something Kevin would do.
He just looked like a vampire out for blood, trying to figure out how he could get into that.
Yeah.
Oh man. It was cool. Like we ran into a few creators there as well. Trying to think. We met with like the people we already knew. Like we ran into like the Tree Skull people.
Gerard.
We ran into Gerard the Completionist.
Metal Jesus Rocks, got to meet him.
Oh yeah, I think John Riggs at that party.
Yeah, John Riggs was there.
Yeah, he was.
Also got to meet a few new people.
Yeah, Sasso Studios.
Sasso
They were pretty
Studios.
cool.
I ran into like a lot of like the Call of Duty content creators that I watched. I just saw them like, wait a second, I know those guys. I saw like Noah J456, Mr. Dalek JD. I think I ran into Mr. Raffle Waffles for a little bit. And it was
an
weird.
awesome name.
Yeah. Really, it's like it was so surreal because it's like I've been watching these people for like years, and it's like I know, like they obviously don't know who I am, but I was just like, oh, I watch your stuff. That's cool. It was a cool experience.
Quick segue, just at VidCon, I'll keep it quick, but at VidCon they have the YouTube party, so it's like the YouTube gaming party, but like obviously everyone has access to it in terms of from the different, I guess, types of YouTubers out there. And it was absolutely massive. It was probably the biggest party I've ever been to, and it was just in one giant room. But I kind of had a very similar experience where I got to meet a lot of people who I'd only seen online. Like I remember just walking through the crowd, and I ran to Nerd City, and I was like, "That's weird."
That's pretty
That was
cool.
out of nowhere. I met Boy in a Band and a bunch of other people who
Oh, it's sick.
just like
Nice.
it's like, oh, this is very surprising. Yeah, it's just kind of how all of it sort of mixed together there was very cool. VidCon wasn't the best, but the party was pretty good.
I'm surprised Boy in a Band was there because I'm pretty sure he's not from America. At least I
He's
don't
like
think.
Australian, I think. I don't know. I think he like probably.
I thought he
lives
was in
here.
the UK. Maybe he lives here. I
Oh,
don't
maybe.
know.
I'm not sure. I just know he's like in a lot of like PewDiePie's like music videos and stuff all the time.
Yeah, he made he's I guess most famous for making the Rice Gum diss track for PewDiePie.
He made
Or,
that one.
no,
He made
for iDubbbz, not for
Congratulations.
PewDiePie. Yeah, he made
Oh, yeah, for iDubbbz.
Congratulations. Yep, he wrote
Yeah.
the lyrics for that.
I think he made the new song. The whatchamacallit, the tambourine one or whatever.
Oh, Floor Gang who?
Yeah, okay.
Probably just Floor Gang song.
Nathan's part of Floor Gang right now. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
So, what about going forward with E3? What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think E3 is done for? Do you think E4 is coming?
We're getting E5.
E3 too?
Yeah, E3 2.
I saw a tweet today actually from E3 saying like oh we miss everyone this year, whatever. And like I feel like if they were planning to just die out, they probably wouldn't be posting on social media that much. They're obviously making an effort to appear that they're still, I guess, relevant. They're still in the game. They're not going away anytime soon. But I think they might at least try one more time. I feel like they probably have maybe one or two more chances if they see that like viewership and attendance keeps dipping. We'll see. But I think like when we were posting about this a few months ago, people were like, oh, like attendance has been dropping. And I think the first year we went, 2018, was like the highest it's ever been. And then it only dropped like a little bit last year, maybe by like 3,000, 4,000 people. So it's not like a huge exodus of people no longer being interested in E3.
Like, I think it needed to. There were way too many people there. For
Yep.
2017 and 2018, like there was just no control. Way too
Yeah.
packed. So I'm glad honestly, I think they might have done that on purpose, was cut down the number a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, a lot of that might have been just from like Sony not attending too. But I guess that brings up another discussion point. Like,
true.
there's a lot of people that are like team A, open E3 up to everyone, or team B, like limit it to media, journalists, stuff like that. Just because it gets overcrowded to the point where people that are there on business really can't do their job because there's just so many gamers. That's the pass they refer to, the gamer pass, that I guess just fill up the lines too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what they could do is they could add a day, or one of the days could be public only, and then the other 2 days
Yeah.
is just for media. I don't
Or the
think
other way
they've really
around.
done that. Yeah, or the other
Yeah,
way
well-
around. I think there should be, like, for people that really need to work while they're there, there should be a day for them to just work and get their coverage out.
I think they like the first day or something, you can get in like an hour or two sooner, but even then, like, what are you gonna do in an hour or two? You can probably get like one
you
thing
play
in
once.
it. But yeah, and for those that haven't been at E3, it's pretty much a lineup simulator. Like, you're gonna be standing in lineups for hours to play certain things.
I
And
remember-
I personally never see the appeal for like PAX or E3, like lining up for 5 hours to play a game that I can literally play in like 3 weeks. Like I know obviously some people are very diehard passionate fans for certain games. But I just remember at this past PAX, the lineup for Final Fantasy VII, the remake, was literally 5 or 6 hours. People were like sleeping on the floor waiting for it. And then the day after PAX, they released that same demo out to everyone. I was like,
yeah,
crazy.
that's so sad.
So bad.
So sad.
Yeah, I don't mind a line that's like an hour long, but anything longer than that, like, it's just not worth it. So I think when we stood in line for Fuser at PAX, that was like an hour and a half, but at least I was with you and Nico, and I think Now was there too. So at least I had like someone to talk to, but even still, that's a lot of time just doing nothing, just waiting.
Yeah. I guess my position also depends like how far away the game is. Like if it's like Fuser, like a year or further out, that makes sense. But if it's like 3 weeks away, it's like, I don't know. Personally, I'd rather just not go and stand in line for that long.
I think some people, I mean, people who went and waited for Animal Crossing, I think if you were a YouTuber or a streamer, I think severely benefited from that stance because obviously it was a pretty monumental game when it dropped, given everyone kind of being stuck indoors. But I didn't really wait in line for, I think the only line I waited in at PAX, I think, was for the Discord merch.
Oh, yeah.
the free merch they give you.
Yeah.
Everything else, like if it has a line, I'm like, nope. See you next time.
I guess for me, it also depends. Like, I'm sure my tune would be different if it was like a brand new Mario game or something that I really, really do care about. So I guess like obviously depends on the game. But yeah, I agree. I don't know. Not much of a lineup person, I guess.
Yeah. When I was really lucky for. I'll go ahead, Nico.
Oh, I was just gonna say I usually like pretty much choose one game I really, really want to play. Because like the first time I went to E3, I waited for like 2 hours to play Super Mario Odyssey for like 15 minutes, and it was totally worth it in my opinion. But that's what I do. I just choose one game I truly, truly want to play, and then I'm ready to wait 5 hours to play. So that's what I do. But yeah, there's too many lines at E3.
I think that's a good philosophy to have. Like, if you're gonna wait for a game, pick one, and then like that's it. Because beyond that, like you're really just spending most of your time just waiting in lines. So
speaking of lines, I just remembered the lineup for Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't feel bad. I was a slithery little serpent at the Luigi's Mansion 3 lineup. So I was a big dumb, and I did sign up for the Warp Pipe Pass, but I think mine was like a day or two after your guys, everyone else. So I was just chilling in line. I had no intent of like going inside, but I was just chilling in line, and then the guy that was waving us through, he like didn't scan our passes or anything. He just like waved us through. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going in. I didn't have an appointment. I didn't sign up for that day or that time, and he's just like, okay, go on through. I'm like, okay. He's like,
I didn't know you did that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh my god!
Did you hear the Skyrim drum? The dun dun. And it's like you're sneaking advanced to 99.
Exactly. Notoriety increased.
I remember being with you, and I was like, "Yeah, just go. They won't mind.
Exactly.
Just come and play it."
I know Luigi personally.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know who I am? I'm Luigi's dad. Yeah, they gave me like a flashlight, and I had another meeting with Nintendo like 10 minutes from that. So I'm like, okay, I literally can't stay here that long. I played the game for a little bit. Like, okay, I have to go. But like, I got my fix. But yeah, after all the dust settled, I was only in there for like 5 minutes max. It was really cool. I think I posted pictures of it a while ago for those that follow me on Instagram. The inside of the Luigi's Mansion 3 booth was so impressive. It was like such a good replica like of the actual foyer in the game. Like they had all the paintings of like I think it was Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. Like they were crossed out. They had like all these gargoyles and all the stuff like around the side. It was like dark, like neon lights. It was like super super cool.
And it wasn't just like pictures. There were some like actual sculptures of things just like showing on the sides. It was really awesome.
Yeah, it's sad because like I always want to know where that stuff goes. Like, is it going to the Nintendo vaults? Like, can I bid on Giant Luigi?
Yeah, dude, I would love to have that.
It's very interesting. I won't say what it is, but I'm working on a video this week that talks about stuff like from way long ago in E3, and where it kind of ended up now, or where it's gone. But yeah, stay tuned for that video. It's really on topic of what we're talking about.
Oh, sick.
My audio is messing up. Give me 1 second.
My cat is messing me up. Epic cat.
Let's go. Cat reveal.
What happened to your light, Nico?
I just turned it off because I wanted to stand up because my back hurts. But whatever, dude.
It's Nico. It's Nico after hours.
Got it.
Nico after dark.
There you
He
go.
doesn't want auto shut off when it's after his bedtime.
Come on, dude. It's like 7.
So to close this out, in an alternate universe, hypothetically, if E3 was going on right now, and we were seeing releases, what kind of things do you think we would be seeing?
Well,
Paper Mario
we've talked
demo
about-
by far.
Mario
Oh, yeah.
64.
definitely Paper Mario would
Yeah.
be probably the focus.
Probably a
Yeah,
Clubhouse
look,
Games demo as well. Just like a few of them, because the game would already have been out, but I think just like 2 or 3 just to hook a couple people would probably be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If the rumors were true, probably like
definitely the
those
remasters.
HD remakes. Yeah, the
Yeah, if
remasters
they're
that
true.
people have been talking about.
It's gonna be hilarious if this video comes out and they're like announced this week.
That'd be
That would
sick.
be sick.
I feel like there's gonna be some sort of announcement this week because this is E3 week. So that, I don't know. Maybe there'll be something from Nintendo at any time.
What else would have been announced? Well, I'm sure given the global situation, they probably would have been pushing PS5 and Xbox One Series X a lot more.
Yeah, well, this is assuming that there was no pandemic and nothing bad has happened this year. I guess that's like the alternate universe we're trying to
Yeah.
imagine.
and,
It's hard
and, like,
to
on
Do you
that-
think?
No.
Oh, I would say, do you think they would show anything from Breath of the Wild 2?
I think it's
I
too
think-
early.
I think it's a little early too. That feels like a game that's going to come out next year.
when
No,
did they
maybe like a
first show it?
trailer. They
Was the trailer
showed it.
last E3?
That
Or was
was
it before E3?
that was E3 last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
it was a
teaser.
dr-
Yeah.
It was a direct. Was it for E3? I can't remember if it was during E3 or before
I can't
then.
remember honestly.
It's
The
been
Breath
a while.
of the Wild 2 was during E3. Yeah. It was
No,
at
it
the
had to
end
been
of
E3 because I know Zeltic missed the YouTube gaming party because he was making
yeah.
content based off the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, okay,
2019.
yeah. So yeah, it's been about a year. So yeah, maybe there would have been a gameplay demo potentially, but I don't know. I feel like it would have like just been another trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, and that's probably it.
Yeah.
No, Zelda's weird because like
I think people are-
sometimes
I was just
Go
gonna
ahead,
say
sorry.
like there's been a new Zelda game every year for the past like 7 years, maybe even more. So I feel like there either would have been another remake this year or they were planning on releasing Breath of the Wild 2. But
Yeah.
obviously, given the world situation, they might have pushed it back. I don't see it releasing this year at all. There's no way they would release it within like if it was gonna be a holiday title. There's no way they would have zero marketing for it 4 months away. So at this point, they're probably gonna delay it back. But there hasn't been a year without a Zelda game for a while. So who knows?
yeah. Well,
Maybe we'll get surprised. We'll get Link's crossbow training too.
Oh no.
yes,
That'd be
a
sick.
port of Link's crossbow training.
I'd buy it.
Dude, that'd be sick. I actually really
I
like
like that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
was really
fun.
fun.
Add online leaderboard and online support.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You got me. I'm down.
We honestly could, because like I was playing Clubhouse Games, and there's a game that's straight up ripped from Wii Party. So I feel like they could easily integrate like the shooty games into the Switch.
You could even have like a Switch cross. You know how like there's like a Wii crossbow piece of plastic that was totally unnecessary. They could pack that
Yeah.
in with crossbow training.
The Switch Zapper.
Yeah, the Switch crossbow or something like that.
But so for those of you listening, what would be your predictions for what they would be showing at E3? Would you expect or would you think there would be a Breath of the Wild trailer, at least kind of advancing the plot? Do you think they would show their hand hypothetically if the Mario remasters are real and there is going to be potentially be coming out? Would they show something on that? We'd really love to know what your thoughts are, what you think would be showcased. So if you can comment, if you're on YouTube right now, drop it below. Be curious to hear your thoughts. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in for Minus Cast, episode 18, featuring Small Nathaniel Bandy. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Cheers,
Bye-bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Now I have to crawl back to my computer.